Hello, and welcome to part 5 of the Stories Untold Live site investigation. The reason I'm not saying day 5 is this is actually an immediate continuation of the previous day. So let's get right into it. 94. I wake, wondering what just happened. I'm lying in the grass, paralyzed. A shadowy figure sits above me, running his hands over my face. "They did this to you, too," it says. 95. I wasn't protected, it seems. And now I'm different. My body flickers in and out of phase with everything else. The shadowy figure vanishes. I look around. 96. With what happened the last time, I was too eager, very fresh in my mind. I take a moment. I look around, and I see a pillar of light emanating from Beta. Whatever I did, it seemed to work. Above where the machine was, a hazy pyramid shape hovers in the sky. I head to Alpha. 97. I start to move in the direction of the Alpha station. Everything feels strange. I don't feel the grass under my feet anymore. But gradually my flickering stops. 98. On the way, I notice another shadow figure wandering in the trees. One of us. I reach out to the figure. I call out to it. 100. And then in a blink, gone again. I feel like we are more in tune, part of the same whole. I continue to Alpha as best as I can judge it from the light. And soon enough, I'm stood almost in an identical barn with an Alpha painted on the door. I look around. 101. We decide to look around first and inspect the hut. It's similar in construction. What looks like a normal barn, but a loom of cables run from the back of the electrical box to what we presume is the main building. These are lights on the box, all green. We open the electrical box. 102. Sensing we wish to be cautious, we open the electrical box and see a series of fuses, all labeled, and a light next to them. One is labeled safety net and has a red light next to it. Adjacent, a series of buttons in a 5x5 grid. 103. The buttons can be pushed and light up, cycling through 3 different symbols depending on how many times I press them. 3 are completely off. The rest seem available. Next to the safety net fuse is the code A7B8C7. 103B. As I investigate, I realize that the corner symbol rotates with subsequent presses of the button. 104. After some time pressing combinations, we realize the path forward and connect the 3 terminals in order, using the right amount of steps. 105. We hear the sound of a generator starting up, then a rhythmic pulse. A safety net in operation. Feeling confident, we head inside and are faced with the same setup as Beta. Only instead of plastic wrap, bodies are laid in the same formation, but coated in concrete. 106. With Alpha appearing to be operational, We think our next step is to go to Gamma. 107. We feel tired as we walk towards the last of the 3 stations. En route, we get another glimpse of the structure above the station. From here, it no longer looks like it's floating, but somehow connected to the building below with scaffold. 108. We arrive at Gamma Station, identical to the others. Down the rotting wood rotted in identical places. Either prefab or cloned somehow. We check inside. 109. We walk around the perimeter of the building and see much of the same as the other 2 stations. More cables, more green lights. The electrical box is open this time, and all the fuses appear to be intact and on. We go inside. 110. We enter the building, and once again, a cylinder hums in the center of the room, surrounded by bodies laid out around it in circles, their faces visible. I recognize some of them from the files earlier. 110. Suddenly, one body turns its head to look at us. Begin the process. We are exhausted. We have waited so long. We know what we must do. All of us. We talk to the body. 111. Looking closer at the bodies, I see each has a scar in its eye. The site of some possible incision or surgery. In unison, they say, "We all go together, even our shadows." And with that, they relax back into their slumber. 112. With no other option to explore, we walk back to the center building. The words echo through our heads. Go where? Who are the shadows? 113. Arriving back at the device, we see the status lights are all showing green, and all stations appear to be operational. 113. Arriving back at the device, we see the status lights are all showing green, and all stations appear to be operational. Above the main switch, there are 3 sliding controls, presumably to set the order of the station conduits. 114. We need to calibrate the machine to turn on the conduits in the right order before pulling the switch. Something tells me we know this order, but what is it? And that is it for today's tweets on site investigation. Game concludes tomorrow, and we'll finish up this video as soon as we can. Please take care.